Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lynn, the leather bag lady. How are you all today on this kind of chilly but sunny Friday? Leather bag lady weather report. It's cool outside today, but the sun is shining, so I may try and I sit out for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I feel like the vitamin D gives me a little pick me up, and I am a bit of a sun worshiper. I know I shouldn't be, but I am. Anyway, today's bag is a little bit of a mystery to me. So, on my recent visit to the falls, I came across these bags. They weren't in a thrift store, which is why I am not claiming that I thrifted, because I didn't. I was actually looking for skincare. I think it's about time that I start to moisturize this old skin of mine, especially because I do like to sit in the sun. I do not wear makeup. I don't do anything. So I feel like maybe I've gotten away with it until now, but I'm starting to feel a little old, folks. So I needed to find some moisturizer, and there is an outlet store in Niagara Falls that I have gotten a lot of makeup in the past for my client for birthdays and Christmases, and it was very inexpensive, brand name stuff. So I went in there, and basically they don't do that anymore. They've kind of changed the vibe of the store. So Pies and I took a little wander around, and I found this huge, like, basket is what it looked like, but it was the size of a pallet. Like, it was massive. And it was filled with these bags. And I looked at them. Some of them had a brand in them. Some of them didn't. And the brand that was in them is a vintage brand that I have come across before. So I kind of took a bit of a gamble, and I bought a bunch of purses. Some have the branding in them, some do not. But they are all kind of like they've got their style tags still on them. So there's no branding on today's bag. But how cool is this bag? So let's unpack it a little bit. The first thing that grabbed me was this here. So you have a very Elizabethan kind of buckle. If you know, this is kind of what you saw on the toe of some of the gentlemen's clothes or shoes. You know, they would have their white faces and the ladies' shoes as well. So that's what kind of grabbed me first and foremost, and it is suede. You know how I feel about suede. Then the color grabbed me. So this is a little darker than this. It's not really showing. So I don't know. This has obviously been dead stock from somewhere. And I mean, very dead stock. I think there are some differences in the depth of color. Whether that was on purpose or not, I do not know. But I really like it. Like, this is a little bit darker than this. This leather is so soft, and it doesn't have a lot of finish on top of it. So it will be very prone to any scratches or marks. You can see that already. I love this color. Love, love, love. Now, the underside, I don't think is leather. I think that is kind of a man-made fabric. There are no cracks in the stress points there. And it has kind of like a weird, I don't know, like almost like a hospital gown fabric on the interior. But the style ticket is here. So it is S607, it looks like. Made in Italy. So, like I said, love the brass tone kind of strap situation here. I like the way that anything that's a little different, I just love it. So, like I said, I'm saying this is from the 80s, and there is no I mean, there is a slip pocket inside, but I think if you had one of the original Apple phones or, yeah, I think you might be able to fit that in there, but obviously I don't think that's what it was intended for. I just love this is what got me. This really kind of cool. I mean, this is the actual perfect bag for, spring. It's on its way, Easter colors. I got this one and did I get a couple of, yeah, there was another style. Where did I put that? Yeah, there is that one more green one and there's a black one. So that is, that's kind of, like I said, I don't know for sure. The black one actually has the branding in it that I recognize, and the bags are very, very similar. So I think, as I said, this is either a, a dead stock, or something was going out of business and it's been sitting around for decades, and this discount store bought it. And you just never know what you're going to find and when you're going to find it. But I love it. Love, love, love it. Beautiful yellow summer dress, white summer dress, mint green summer dress, just pink summer dress, purple summer dress. Even my kind of brownie color here, it goes really well. I like a lot of color. I tend to, it's even got the original stuffing in it. So you just never know. You just never know. You got to keep your eyes peeled at all times, because you never know what you're going to find. So that is today's super cute bag. It is a shoulder. I think it is only a 20.5-inch strap drop. So could you get it crossbody? Yeah, you could, but it's going to be kind of higher sitting. So it's more of a shoulder. It does not adjust at all. So just super, super cute. And it is new with tag, I would say. I mean, who would wear with that on it? Telling you the style number and made in Italy. So, and the brand that I recognize is made in Italy also. So I just think I'm actually tempted to go back and see if I can find. The only thing is there wasn't much selection. Like there was a lot of these, so I don't want to buy too much. I made that mistake once before where I bought actually it was in the Falls as well. There's a discount place right on the corner. When you come off the 420 heading into Niagara Falls, you can either go straight to the Rainbow Bridge. You can go right heading towards the casino, and it's right on that corner, Le Pernco or something like that. So probably would have been 10 years ago, 8 to 10 years ago, I bought $1,000 worth of purses, and they were all the same bag. Won't ever do that again. So I ended up probably with, I don't know, I sold a few. I used quite a lot of them as when I did a lot of shows, they would ask for a donation, or they would ask for an item for their raffle table or the draw table. I would use those bags because they were new with tags. So in the end, what I did is I took the straps off them all. So I donated them. I actually put them on Marketplace because I thought somebody with a flea market booth or something, like I was selling like 40 bags for like $50 or something. And they were like a big bag. Danier they were actually they were sold in Costco. That's what it was. And it was the actual spinning image of a bag that Danier sold. Now the Danier bag had an insert in it and the Costco bag didn't. So anyway, long story short, I took the straps off them And the straps have actually been very, very useful. But I am looking now for some straps that have like rose gold or brass tone hardware. So I'm kind of back to that thing of maybe trying to spray paint or do something with hardware that is a different color. I don't like to match hardware that doesn't match. Like the strap hardware doesn't match the bag hardware. To me, if the color of the strap is a little off, I don't care about that. I'm not as mad about that as I am, because the strap isn't necessarily right up against the bag. So your eye has, in my opinion, your eye has an opportunity to shift with the color change. When you put brass hardware on a silver ring, it is right there. Like that brass is right, and it just screams this strap doesn't fit this bag. Some people care, some people don't. To me, I don't want that drastic of a contrast. So I will, if I can't find a strap for a bag that meets my standard, I will just hang on to the bag until I do. Now, some value villages will sell straps separately. Some don't. Most don't, to be honest. I watch my colleagues in the US and they pick up straps regularly. And I wish that they would do that. I mean, some of the straps, let me see if I can find an example for you, because I did buy a bunch of straps. Now I've just got to find the dang things. I did buy a bunch of straps from, oh, here we go. So, like, this is the kind of strap. I bought them off of AliExpress, I think, years ago. But I'm finding that website is not as easy to navigate, and I'm a little suspect of it. So these are just, they're not leather belt straps, but it's something, right? I mean, if you've got a strap of your own that is more in keeping with the quality of the bag, then, absolutely. What I did originally with these straps is I wanted to make those little roots, 1980s, the little monogrammed, the initial bowling bags. I wanted to upcycle them and make them into a crossbody bag. So that's what those straps were for. And then I ended up I ordered black and they sent me dark blue or something. And really, once you receive it, there's nothing you can really do about it. So I got a little gun shy and didn't order again. So I might, it's just the straps are so expensive. I mean, you add a strap, even to pay $10 for a strap. I know Kristen D sells straps for $10 if you want one. I just put it on there. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. But anyway, so that is today's bag. Last night, we had a very unexpected trip to the racetrack. We went to, I'm trying to grow my hair and it's just not working with me. I think I'm going to have to get it back to my old style where it's a little bit shorter in the back and comes down, because I have the most horrendous hairline and I do wear a lot of big neck stuff and it just makes my hair stick out at the back. It looks like I'm wearing a wig. Anyway, so we went to the racetrack last night, which, as I said, was very unexpected. Pius had mentioned it, but he was supposed to have a very early start this morning. And he didn't get home till after 5 o'clock last night. So I really didn't think we were going, but we did. So he messaged me and he said, I'm almost back to Hamilton. So I jumped in the shower quick and got all pretty and off to the racetrack we went. We went to Flamborough Downs, which is a casino and racetrack. I used to take my clients there when I worked full time as a recreational therapist. And it was a little bit of a trip down memory lane for me. Major changes to the aesthetic of the casino portion anyway. The stairs that went up to the viewing platform for the actual standardbred racing is where I used to sit waiting for my clients. I would give them like an hour and a half, And I didn't gamble. Like I said, that's the place where I had the freaking $40 loss, and it just shook me. So we we had some dinner, like nothing, crazy. It was just kind of like a like a snack bar kind of thing. And the prices weren't too bad. And you also got, if you spent over a certain amount, you got a certain amount of play money. So it was kind of a win-win. We watched the racing. We didn't, I think we broke even. I'm going to say I prefer the thoroughbred racing to the standardbred racing, but it was different. It was something I always wanted to do with my clients. I wanted to take them to the racing, but it was too late at night. I found that my clients, after supper, they definitely were not in get my coat on and head out mode. So it was something I'd wanted to do for years and actually got to do it last night. So we had a lot of fun. We ended up sitting behind an older gentleman whose son used to be a trainer, and got a little bit of insight from him. So that's what we did last night. We got home late. We didn't end up getting to bed till after midnight. So Pius is extremely tired today. He's at physio right now. So we're out and about for the weekend. We're hanging out with our biker friends tomorrow, and it's a potluck. So your girl doesn't do potluck. So we're just taking some stuff that is just kind of a warm it and take it. And then that's it. Sunday, we're supposed to get torrential rain towards tonight and into tomorrow. So that, like, significant rain, like to the point where there's a weather statement on my weather app. So we'll see. Not that it bothers Pius. He can drive in absolutely anything. But the sun is still shining, so I don't know. I may upload this video and go and sit outside for a little while. Shop at the Shed tonight. Thank you to those who purchased from Wednesday's Shop at the Shed. I really appreciate you. This little project of mine is exceeding my expectations like you wouldn't believe. It's just fantastic. And I am loving every minute of it. So I am so excited. I'm standing here trying to think of what bags I'm going to pick for tonight. And I think I'm going to go to the storage unit today and pick up a yard bag. I don't know if I've shared this with you over the years of me doing YouTube videos. I store my bags in the paper lawn bags. Bunch of reasons. First and foremost, the bags are moisture resistant. So I find that the better quality leathers do not hold on to moisture the way the real cheap leather does. And I've experienced that once. And it was actually the same kind of experience that I had with picking up these bags. Now, because I recognize the brand in the bag that I showed you today is not branded, but the other several bags in the grouping were. And the hardware is the same. Everything's the same. So I am 89% sure that it's the same brand. But I have in the past picked up bags that looked vintage just because they were all patchwork in different colors. And the leather was such low quality that they molded like crazy. Like I have probably half a dozen bags in that shed right there. You can see the roof line right there that I've had to put my charcoal packs in, my lavender soap in, because and if I can't get the smell gone enough for my liking, because I am very sensitive to smells. Some people don't care, but I can't handle it. So, I recently sold a bag and I felt there was a little bit of a scent in it. So I put some lavender soap in it for a couple of days because I didn't want to go over my shipping guideline. And then I actually sent it with the charcoal pack in it because I do not like smells at all. I can't stand it. I have a very real allergy to mold spores. So if I get anything on my hands and I touch my face, I'm in trouble. So any bag you get from me, if it has a scent, one, I will always tell you. Two, chances are I will just redonate it, or if it's really bad, I'll just throw it out. Sometimes when you are picking bags in a larger environment like Valley Village or whatever, the scent, there's so many other scents in the building that it doesn't present itself to you at that time. Now, from a musty standpoint, I can pick that up. I think the bag I sent out, I think it was the second bag only ever that I've picked that had a musty smell. Smoke, I've had quite a few bags that when I've got them home, realized that there was a smoky smell, and I will keep those bags wrapped up with a scent reducer in it for, I mean, I've got 3 large soprano bags that I'm looking at right now, and it's probably been about a year that these bags have been sitting because they're beautiful bags. I don't want to redonate them. I don't want to throw them out, but I really want to do my best to get that scent gone. There's a bunch of bags in the shed. There's a bunch of bags in my bag room in the house. So I'm trying to be a little bit more proactive because I just don't have the space to store a bag for a year before I even present it for sale. If I list it on Etsy and it sits for a year, I have no problem with that. I am called a long tail seller. I don't care if I hang on to stuff for years. Yes, it's a bit of a problem from a storage standpoint, but I don't want to put that pressure on myself. What that does make it important for me to do, though, is to have different streams of income potential. So I do not put all my I don't put all my eggs in my Etsy basket. There's been a lot of horror stories with Etsy, shutting people's shops down, mostly for copyright infringement. We've talked about this before. I've had 2 incidences in the past where I definitely did not present a bag as being something it wasn't, but what I used was the brand name to identify the style, and I got dinged for that. Like very Chanel-like, very Tiffany blue-like, and I still got dinged. Those were the 2 examples of what I used. But that being said, you never know, and that's kind of the up and down of having your own business, especially a retail business, and especially a business where, I mean, I'm going to say this and it's going to sound crazy, but how many bags do you need? Wash my mouth out with soap. As many as you can fit in your closet. I came across a little girl once in Winners, and she must have been 7, 8 years old, and her mom was in the purse section, as was I. And the little girl said, "Mom, you've already got bags. How many bags do you need?" And I said, "Hush your mouth, young lady, as many as you want." And her mom started laughing. Everybody has their thing. Some people collect fishing tackle. Some people collect salt and pepper shakers, cups and saucers, cow biscuit tins, like whatever. Mine is bags. It used to be shoes before I got old and arthritis in my ankles and started gaining a bit more weight than I would like, because they say the shoes always fit. No, they don't. So purses absolutely always fit. So I think that's maybe why I moved over to bags. Who knows? But it's definitely something that I don't intentionally ever send out, is a bag with a scent, getting back to why we went on this little journey. So that is something that I am very aware of, and it'll be interesting to see. Now, my storage unit is climate controlled. That is an absolute must. I have learned that the hard way. Not so much the cold, but the heat. A lot of the, let me find a bag that I think I've showed it to you before, like the glazing on the strap. How funny is this? I can't find, I hate glazing. Glazing is the devil. It is just so unnecessary. Well, I shouldn't say that. The straps are made, if the strap isn't pure leather all the way through, what they will do is they will put 2 very, very wafer thin pieces of leather on top of cardboard. And then the edging is what hides what they've done. And the edging will crack so much quicker than the rest of the bag. So you have a beautiful bag that is in awesome condition, with the exception of the glazing. I mean, let's take this bag, for example. This is a beautiful strap. Love this embossed. And there is no glazing. I mean, the strap is super, super thick. But they have still put a little filler in the middle there. You can see that little light. Not mad at that at all, because they've just left it raw. I mean, it's fabulous. I love it. So anyway, it is what it is. So shop at the shed tonight. Hopefully you will be able to join me. If not, I will speak to you again on Monday. Back with my clients on Monday. My client is still in hospital. So apparently she was being discharged today, but there will be no visit today. I will see her on Monday, and I will see you on Monday. So have a good weekend, everybody. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Bye.